Hi, I'm Mike Chaplin, and thanks for joining me in the Disaster Lessons Factory again. Hopefully you've seen by now that my aim in this channel is to get lessons and ideas from other people's experience to you, the disaster manager, at a time when you want or need them. This week, Greg Mullins, the former New South Wales Fire Commissioner, has been on ABC Radio talking about the forthcoming fire season. Time surely for the emergency management sector to examine what we've learned over the last fires. In 2019, the Queensland Office of the Inspector General Emergency Management publicly released a paper by Neil Burrows from Fininty Consulting and the Bushfire and Natural Hazard CRC, Lessons and Insights from Significant Bushfires. Fighting big fires is truly a multi-agency task, and here I've picked my top 10 lessons, not for the fire authorities, but focused on the emergency management sector and what we should be considering in the lead up to the next fire season. The authors have disclaimers that no reliance or actions should be made on the material without seeking expert advice. But if these lessons remain hidden, you won't know what to ask. So here's some things to think about in the lead up. Number 1, who's in charge? In previous fires, emergency management has faltered because of confusion about roles, responsibilities and accountabilities, and deficient leadership, the paper says. There's a need for clarity about roles and responsibilities of the state controller, and in multi-agency events of the various agencies, clarifying who's in charge and of what. That's an old issue, but one worth establishing through discussions before the fire season. Second, think about prevention of electrically caused fires. Bushfires caused by the electricity distribution network are not uncommon, especially on hot and windy days. The Victorian Bushfire Report has a number of technical recommendations to reduce the risk of this ignition source. So what's your local energy provider doing? Third, as we all know, low fuel conditions buy time. With low fuel loads, fires burn slower, with lower intensity, less spotting and ember attack. And this increases the likelihood that early suppression will work. But implementing a rolling hazard reduction program of 5% of public bushlands a year is a challenge. It's resource intensive and it's unpopular with the community. And indications are that 5% is not enough. Victoria's risk-based approach appears logical, but 8% is thought to be more effective. So what's happening in your local area? Number 4, aggressive and rapid initial attack using ground crews and air attack can be effective. Reviews of fires both here and internationally identify the potential rapid early attacks for stopping later damage. The Gari report from Queensland's IGM in 2019 also emphasised the importance of surge capacity and requests for fire assistance. So something to check with your local fire authorities. Number 5, local knowledge is important. Having local knowledge and relationships with the community and local government is critical in times of emergency. So help ensure someone with that local knowledge is part of the firefighting incident management team. Number 6, emergency traffic management is a recurring issue. From evacuation routes to enabling appliances to get to the fire, it's been a problem. So put it on the agenda. Make sure that all those involved in firefighting, including volunteers, are issued with ID cards that will get them through roadblocks as a starter. Number 7, don't forget the fuel build-up in road verges. That's important too. Heavy fuels in road reserves, verges along irrigation lines and tree lines act as fuses or fire wicks, frustrating suppression operations and taking fire into communities. That needs attention before the fire starts. Number 8, don't waste the night hours. Lessons from these fires for fire authorities, including the need for them to enable remote aerial response teams to operate at night and to develop better operating procedures for nighttime operations. From logistics, planning, archiving and records and getting ready for the next day, think what support fire authorities could use and what emergency management agencies could do to help that. Number 9, don't assume evacuations will be okay. In a fire, they need real-time multi-agency cooperation. In Western Australia in 2016, residents were advised to evacuate but didn't know where to go. And given that in Portugal in 2017, almost all the 67 deaths were people trying to escape from fires by car, the need for early and clear instructions about evacuation stands out. Number 10, automatic vehicle location capability is a very, very good tool. The safety of all involved in fighting a big fire is paramount. It is enabled by good incident management systems And for safety and efficiency, it's essential to have a system that will enable better registration, tasking, tracking, management and coordination of people and appliances. Do you know where all your vehicles are? Well, that's my top 10 lessons from Neil Burrows' very comprehensive report, Lessons and Insights from Significant Bushfires in Australia and Overseas. If you want to see more, go to my website, thedisasterlessonsfactory.au. And if you want to know even more, of course, read the paper, or please come and talk to me. Thanks very much for joining. If you want to see the next update, please subscribe to this channel and ring the bell to make sure you don't miss anything. And I look forward to talking to you again soon.